Hello. Oh, no, right. Hello. Hello, and welcome to the first of five specials from the Recovery College under the title of A Year Living with COVID. This is all about how the COVID has affected us here and especially our learning support workers. And in the hot seat today, I've got Becky. Becky, nice to meet you for the first time.
Nice to meet you as well, Andrew. It's nice to speak to you face to face.
This is it. This is
Right,
it. So,
right.
are you ready?
I'm ready. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, then. So, really, the question I'm going to ask everybody is, as a person, how do you think COVID has changed you over the last year?
Well, it's interesting, really. I found that it's changed me positively because I'm normally the type of person who really looks to the future, which I think is a really good thing. And I'm a planner, and I like to have something to look forward to. So I like to have a holiday booked, or things to look forward to in the
Mhm.
coming months. And actually, I think COVID has made me live in the present a little bit more and appreciate what I've got around me, and just take things day by day. So I think it's been quite a positive thing for me in that respect.
Oh, that's good. 'Cause the one thing I've sort of learned and appreciated a lot more is it just makes you appreciate the simple things of life more, which normally in the hustle bustle you just pass by. Whereas now you can just have that little bit of time and notice everything.
Absolutely, yeah. I think and kind of having those connections with people as well, and noticing how much you do maybe speak to family who are far away. You kind of making more of an effort to do that, especially in maybe in the first lockdown, but we've got a little bit used to it now, so maybe not
That
as
is
much
true.
anymore. But kind of maybe noticing things like that a little bit more, and how much that freedom before the lockdown, how much that meant to us, and like now knowing that we can't. um, just to pop down the road and see a friend, and seeing how that's affected us really as well. So it's been an interesting social experiment, I suppose, as well.
That is for sure. That is for sure. Okay, a question really close to my heart. As you know, I suffer with anxiety. I've just wondered through the Recovery College if you've seen a change in the number of students we've had suffering from anxiety or stress, which could well have been caused by COVID.
Well, yeah, that's quite an interesting question. So when I was working in the day resource centres for the NHS, there was like talks about it when the first lockdown happened, and when the pandemic first started. It was the kind of physical health crisis, and there was kind of murmurs about the mental health crisis coming afterwards. And that's what I've noticed really, maybe with students, friends, family, is that the knock-on effect of it is starting to make people feel anxious, more than in the first lockdown. People, it was maybe more, it was a novelty. People were anxious about catching it because no one really knew what was happening. But I found that the people I was speaking to were quite calm, and were quite, yeah, it was more of a novelty. Whereas like now, the effects of a year of basically being locked down, are having an effect on mental health of like my friends, family, and the people I work with, especially kind of easing out of lockdown as well.
As I say, it's a funny old thing, anxiety. You never know what is going to trigger it or
Mm,
whatever like that. So
absolutely.
I've got the feeling we're going to find more now that freedom is back on the doorstep. Actually, an uprise of people with anxiety afraid of it,
Mm,
and an easing of the ones who now can see a way ahead. But
that's
it's
it.
anxiety is always a strange one. But anyway, here at the Recovery College, we always like to look on the bright side, look for the positives, and go for that. So tell me, what is the best three things to happen to you in the last year?
So I've had to think about this. Last year I actually started working for the Recovery College. So it was, um, I started my secondment with the Recovery College last August, and that has been amazing for me. I've met such a lovely team. I've been working with such a lovely team. I'm constantly learning. It's really just been such a positive experience. So that's one of the happy things that's happened to me. I'd say the next one is I'm actually training to become a trauma-informed school
Oh,
practitioner, which
nice
is,
one.
yeah. So I've never worked with children before, and that's something that I'd like to kind of go into maybe in the future. And it's looking at how supporting children with their mental health at a young age can really affect, kind of have positive effects on their mental health going into adulthood. So that's been great. I've really enjoyed doing that course. And I guess the last one I've got down is I've actually found a new love for growing vegetables and houseplants.
That is always the best.
Yeah.
It's the thing which has got me, when Tracy or someone's tried to contact me, half the time I haven't been able to get back because my hands are covered in compost.
Yeah.
So I think for a lot of people, I always liked gardening before, but growing their own fruit and veg, even the flowers side of it, has been a great release during, probably for me, one of the great bits to come out of lockdown is everybody is now doing their own little bits like that, and it's really nice to get back to nature.
It really is. And I think it kind of goes back to what we were saying before about living in the present and maybe appreciating the things that are around you a little bit more. Is gardening's one of those things that you can include with that, like looking at a holistic approach to your mental well-being, and kind of watching something grow and knowing that you've done it yourself. I think it's been a really nice experience.
That's right. And with vegetables, always makes them taste better.
Yes, it does. Even though I ended up with far too many courgettes last year.
It's always the way. It's always the way. So now that we're finally seeing light at the end of the tunnel and lockdown is beginning to ease, etc., what are you looking most to over the coming months?
So the thing that I'm most looking forward to is at the end of this month, I'm going to go back to Wales to see my family, who I haven't seen for, I guess, nearly a year now.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to just spending a solid 5 days with them, and hopefully by the end of it we'll all be really irritated with each other and ready to go home. So
you've got to do that bit though, haven't you? You've got to do that bit. That's normally when Christmas or New Year's coming to an end, when those feelings come in.
That's it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just super looking forward to, especially like because Wales, where I'm from in Wales, is so far away. It's about 300 miles. Just that feeling of getting out of Cornwall and changing my environment as well, and just feeling a bit more free and being on the road. Really looking forward to that.
Oh, definitely. Well done. And I hope it all goes really well when you get the chance.
Thank you.
Becky, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Thanks for giving me your time today. It's been brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you. I've really enjoyed it.
That's great. And to the viewers, please look out for the other fall specials. And before she runs away to Wales, Becky will be joining us for her Learning Support Workers video. So please look out to find out if she tells a joke, answers a question, and more importantly, what will she choose as her upbeat song. For the answers to those questions and more, please tune in and visit us again. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Andrew. That's great.
Thank you.